I got your call even before you said it did. Any of your requests, every silent sigh reached me. My breath that gives life and worlds of moves responds to your prayer. You may think that your words will go into a void, but in truth, they flow directly to me, and I will answer you. If you speak to me, raise your soul in my presence. Your prayer rises like a precious fragrance up and fills the room of my glory. Nothing you can give me is small or insignificant. Your faith, even if he seems weak, my heart is in motion. I answer often quietly, in the whisper of the wind, in the silence of the night. But my answer is sure. The divine breath that formed the stars is the same that permeates your life, leading you, and you give. You can maybe not yet, but I seem to be already in your life. Trust that I have your voice, hear my breath in each moment with you is. He's wearing you if you're weak, and renews your soul. Your prayer is not in vain, for I, the Lord, will answer you with infinite love and power. Before you call on me, I'm with you. I know your hardships, your fears, your hopes, long before you say it. Your reputation will not find me, but close, right at your side. I can't wait. I act immediately, in my eternal wisdom and love. Do you like the feeling to be alone? But I'm already there. If you're looking for me, you'll find that I have found you already. I'm moving in your life, guiding your steps and open doors that you didn't once again noticed. Every movement of my heart is for you. Sometimes you know my ways, but know that I will always be your best handle. Even if it seems to you, as I remain silent, I am in each moment. Be active in your life. My answer to your prayers often begins even before you have formulated the question. Be of good cheer, because I'm always there when you call. You're not reached me. Your cry touched my heart, and I'll work with you. My actions are not always immediately visible, but it is safe and powerful. I am the God who hears, and I'm the God who is. You're living in a world of haste, but my time is not like your. I am the Lord of the time, and my timing is perfect. Do you like to be impatient? You might ask. Why my response? But know that my plan for you is perfect, and my time for everything right. What you as a delay are feeling is often the moment I'm all for you preparing. My ways are not your ways, but you are always the best. I see the big picture, while you see only an excerpt. And so I don't work, even if you know it, in the background, in order to create the best one for you. Trust that I'm never too late to come. My answers will come to you exactly when you need it the most. It may not be the moment you wish for, but it is the moment that is provided in my perfect plan for your life. My timing is an expression of my love and wisdom. Patience is hard, but it brings the fruits of my promise. In your patience, you will learn to trust me, to seek me, and know my paths. You'll see that I'll never let you down, and that my schedules are always at your best. Often, if you would worship me, you will find only silence. You're wondering if I hear of you, if I note your requests, but the silence that you experience, not for my absence, she is the room in which I was preparing miracle. It is the moment of growth, of waiting before the miracle is visible. In the silence form I your heart. I teach you to trust in patience, to grow in the rest. Like a seed that grows hidden in the earth, I work in the shadows in your life. Even if you see nothing, I am here to answer your prayers and bless your life. The miracle of after you ask is in the silence born. It may appear as if nothing would happen, but in reality, I prepare everything for the moment. My answer is revealed. Every silence is a sacred, waiting for what I have planned for you. Don't despair in silence, but take it as a sign of my deep love work in your life. I'm not going to leave you alone. In the silence, I'm closer to you than you can imagine, and the miracle that you are looking for will come at the right time. There are times in your life there seem to be the shadow overpowering. Are you feeling lost, darkness surrounded, and you're wondering where I am? But I say to you, even in the dark, I'm at work. Nothing escapes my attention. No night is too dark, as I could not in her work. The darkness that you fear for me is not an obstacle. Even if you see nothing, I am with you, guide you, protect you. The darkness has no power over me. I am the light of the world, and in me there is no darkness at all. Even in the darkest hours I work, in order to renew your life. Often leads you to the darkness closer to me. In it, you will learn to trust me, even if your eyes can't see. You become strong in the faith, because to understand it, you begin that I did in the darkest times of the control. I will lead you through the darkness into the light of my promise. Don't be afraid of the dark, for I am with you. I work in your life even if you can't see me. Trust that I will never leave you, that my hand is leading you always, even through the deepest valley. My love for you remains whether it's light or dark. Your faith, even if he is small, has the power, mountains to move. The faith you have in me is not a mere thought but a living force. If you trust me, you bring movement into what seems to be insurmountable. You may feel weak, but your faith is powerful because he is established in me. It is not the size of your faith the mountains move, but the force of him. I'll give you that. If you don't trust me, even in the most difficult times, then you'll see how I work for you. Your faith will open doors that seemed closed to you. He paves the way, which were impassable. Hold on to your faith even if everything around you moved. Your faith is the foundation on which I build my works in your life. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed by doubt and fear, but believe that I have the power to overcome every obstacle. I have faith, not in order that he goes by, but so that it grows and thrives. If you believe in me, you will get to see how the impossible is made possible. Your faith, so small he may be, has the power to cause great in your life, because I am the one who is acting. You see only the moment, but I'll see your entire future. My hand, invisible and yet ubiquitous, sows the seeds of blessing in your life. While you are what you care about or to ask me in front of you, I'm working already in your tomorrow. Each of your prayers move my hand, and I prepare what you will reap. Nothing happens by chance, for I am the Lord your future. Your decisions, your way, I draw them. Even the stones you stumble upon, I use to strengthen your faith and lead you to the path that I have provided for you. Everything you experience, my great plan. Trust that I am not only in the here and now, but also in your future. At the factory am. What you sow today, in faith, will bear fruit in the future. My hand makes sure that nothing is free. What will you give in my care? Every action, every prayer is directed, every step of mine. You are not alone in your uncertainty. I am in every moment that comes, and I care for you. Your future is safe in my hands, and I have plans of peace and of blessing for you. Trust me, because I'm preparing something big for you. Your prayers are like precious incense that rises up to the sky. Every word you speak reached me and fills the room of my presence with fragrance. You may think your prayers are weak or insignificant, but you are more valuable than gold. I'll take every prayer come true, as it would be a song of praise. As the incense slowly spreads and fills the room, so wear your prayers through the ages. Do not stay only in the moment, but have a lasting effect. Your words, spoken in faith, move my heart and bring heavenly forces in motion. There is no right or wrong way to me to pray. I don't listen to the eloquence of your words, but on the sincerity of your heart. Your prayer, be it loud or soft, strong or weak, is owned by me. It is the expression of your confidence and touched me deeply. Be assured that each of your prayers to me, self the one you forget to remain in my memory. They are like seeds that are planted in the good earth, and I'll make sure they will grow. Trust that your prayer never goes unnoticed. Prayer has the power chains to blow up you caught hold. Do you like yourself in situations that feel trapped, out of which there is no way out? But I'm telling you, your prayer has the power to break every fetter. Nothing can resist the power of prayer if it is spoken in faith. When you pray to unleash heaven's power, your words have the potential to be any barrier to tear down, to overcome any barrier. It's not your words alone, but the power of my spirit working through your prayers. This force breaks the chains that bind your soul. There is no chain too strong, as I do not break could. It was fear, guilt, sin, or pain. Nothing can separate you from my freedom when you call on me in prayer. I am the deliverer, and by thy prayer my power will be set in your life. Trust that through your prayers every chain break can be. It may need time, and the chains may appear to be fixed, but you will crumble under the force of my work. Hold on to your prayer, and you will experience such as exemption comes into your life. Before you take your path, I will go before thee. I know the path you're on, and I'll prepare everything you need. Every stone, every hurdle that stands before you is known to me, and I'm working on it to make your way safely and precisely. You're not alone on this journey. I pave the way, even if you don't immediately see. Sometimes it seems like you're hiking on rough terrain, but trust that I'm already gone ahead. I've seen the obstacles before you met them, and I have a plan. You pass there through. Your way is not random. I planned each step carefully. Even if you're in difficult times, I'll be there to carry you and to guide you. Nothing on your way happens for a reason. Every challenge that you're experiencing will serve to be your best, because I'm in charge of your life. Hold on to me, for I am the pioneer. I'll never lead astray. Your path may seem rocky, but with me at your side, he will to a path of blessing. Trust that I prepare everything you need, and that I will lead you safely to your destination. If you speak to me, it is as you would a gentle melody in the sky send. Your words, whether they are loud or soft-spoken, are precious to me. They penetrate the silence and my heart, like a melody that moves me deeply. Your prayer is not just a request, it is an expression of your soul, a bridge between you and me. Every melody you play, like in your ears, inconspicuous sound, but for me it is a work of beauty. I listen not only to your words, but on what is hidden in your heart. The notes of your hope, your faith, and even of your doubt are well known to me. None of this is lost. In the celestial sphere there are no sounds which is unheard of stay. Any of your requests, each according to the you put it in my presence, to vibrate in eternity. It forms a symphony of confidence, and I, your God, to take each of these melodies. I do not answer, but sing with you in an eternal song of salvation. Trust, I, any tune of your prayers to hear. You are not just words. They are part of a larger whole of a divine orchestra. The I-you back-end in the form of answers, comfort and guidance. Each prayer is a part of the song I play about your life, and I will complete it. You can call me, may not always see, but this does not mean that I idly am. Your gaze is often directed to the visible, but my work goes beyond that. Even if you don't see my hand directly, I'm at work. I move the invisible, can do way where you don't see, and steer your life in love and wisdom. It is like a seed under the soil to germinate. You don't see him, but he grows, thrives, and will one day bear the fruit that you hoped for. So my action in your life. It happens often hidden in secret, but it is real and powerful. My ways are not always visible to the human eye, but are you sure? Faith is the key that you are capable of, beyond the visible look. You don't need to see to know that I seem to be. Your confidence in me allowed me to act in your life in a more powerful way. Even if you're in the moment, there is no change. I am there in the midst of your situation, and I seem to be to your benefit. Don't lose heart if you don't immediately see. I didn't forget you, and I have been working in your life, even if it seems to be hidden. Believe in the unseen, for I am God, even in the silence and in secret and wonderful. Trust me, because my work will reveal itself at the right time. The hope in your heart is alive, is a sign of my love for you. I put this hope in you, so you despair, never, even in the most difficult times. It is a light that burns in the darkness, a proof of the fact that I didn't forget about you. My love surrounds you always, and is shown by the hope you're wearing. Even if the circumstances are hard, your hope is a proof of my love in your life acts. My love gives you the strength to move on, which opens your eyes to the watch here and now. Your hope, I'll take you closer to me, so you'll recognize that I am present in all. Hope is not merely a feeling, it is a power, which from my heart to you is flowing. She holds you when everything seems to falter other. It is the expression of my eternal love that never gives up, and carry you always. If you're looking for me, you'll never be disappointed, because I'm the God of hope and my love for you is endless. Hold on to hope, because it is a gift of my love. She will lead you through the darkest valleys, and you to the top of my promises to bring. You're never alone, because my love is manifested in the hope that fills your heart with joy and confidence. You may feel weak sometimes, but know that my presence is you. Do you want to come to your limits? But I'm here to give you the strength you need. My strength is made perfect in your weakness completely, and in me, you will find everything you need to move on. If you're exhausted, feel. Remember that you are not alone wearing what hard is. I am with you, and my presence will give you the strength that you can't afford alone. It's not your own power you through the storms of life, but my infinite power, which is always with you. Each step you make is of my hand. I'm the one that's giving you new strength when you're weak. You don't need to handle everything alone, because I, your God, am here to take you if you feel you bent down. My presence is the shield that protects you and the rock on which you stand. Trust that my presence is enough to get you through any situation to wear. Do you sometimes think that you can? But my power is inexhaustible. I'm with you. I will strengthen you and lead you safely through all the challenges. You can find it in my presence alone, because I am the one who makes you strong. Your tears are precious to me. You are not only an expression of your pain, but also a sign of your faith and your hope. Every tear that you shed is collected from me. You are not lost, but will be in my hands to beads that I keep carefully. I know every tear you've cried, and I know what you mean. You like that you feel alone when you cry, but I'm with you, comforting you and holding you. Your pain does not go unnoticed. In your cry, I'm closer to you than you think, and I share your pain. I am every tear in joy turn. What today are tears of grief, one day in tears of joy, because I am the God who renews all things. Your cry is not in vain, it is part of the process, in which I will take you to a slightly larger form. Trust that I'll turn your tears into a blessing. Be of good cheer, for I see your tears and I will wipe them away. You are not in vain, because they lead to a new tomorrow full of hope and joy. Trust that I will turn your weeping into laughter, and your tears will be forgotten in my presence never. If you think the sky moves in your favor, your faith is the force that touched the sky and the heavenly forces in motion. What appears on earth impossible is made in heaven is possible if you come in faith to me. Your faith is calling my angels, and you rush to help you. It is not the size of your faith that makes the difference, but the one you trust. If you don't believe me, you move the sky for you. Each of your faith acts as a call, and the sky responds immediately. I hear your faith and answer with my power and glory. Your faith will open doors that previously were locked. He pulls the blessings of heaven upon your life, because you rest in me. Trust that your faith is not in vain, for he is the bridge between you and my infinite power. Nothing remains in the sky unnoticed when you act in faith. Never lose faith, because it is the key that the powers of heaven moved. Even if you're weak, even if your faith is small, it's still the big things. The sky is on your side, and your faith is the force that makes the invisible visible. You're never out of my sight. Any of your requests, every thought you create in my presence, reach me immediately. I don't just hear, I see what goes on in your heart. You don't have to fight for my attention, for I am with you always, always attentive to what you're talking about to me. Even the silent prayers you hardly dare to say are known to me. Nothing that you move in your heart remains hidden from me. Your words, even if you are timid or desperate, to reach my ear, and I am ready to answer. I am the God who knows you, and I hear every word. There is no moment in which I absent am. My ears are always directed to you, and my heart beats in harmony with your prayers are like a whisper that meets the sky. I'll take everything you give me, and I don't forget anything. My heart is open for you at any time. Trust that I am that I every prayer here, be it big or small. You're never alone in your being, because I am the God who hears and answers. I watch over you, and every word you speak moves me to bless you and to lead. You crave peace, and I'm telling you this peace is on the way. It is not the peace that the world gives, but peace that guards your heart in the midst of the storm. It is the peace that surpasses all understanding that flows from my presence, and your heart and your mind in safety stops. This peace comes not from the circumstances, but out of my hand. If you trust me, you will get to experience this peace fills your heart, even if everything around you collapse seems. It is a peace that is deep and unwavering, because he comes from my eternal love. It is a peace of you in the most difficult moments encountered. If you think that all is lost, you will realize that this peace will carry you. He does not transcend all human logic, because he is not of this world. He is a gift I give to you, if you put your loads in me. Trust that this peace in your heart, because I'm the God of peace. I come to you with a peace that calms the storms of your life. He is already on the way, and he will find you, wherever you are. In my presence, you will find the peace that you long for. My love for you is boundless, and it was already about your life poured out. Are you surrounded by my love, like a shield that protects you? There is nothing that can separate you from my love. She is strong, steadfast, and always present to keep you in every situation. This love I have for you is not determined by your deeds or merits. It is an expression of my divine nature, and it flows unceasingly into your life. You like feeling insecure, and my love surrounds you and protects you and keeps you safe in my hands. Even in the times you yourself feel, my love is already there to you to preserve. It is the anchor that holds you, the shield that protects you from the arrows of life. Nothing can shake this love, and you shall always be with you wherever you go. Be aware that you are always in my love are safe. It was poured out to protect you, to guide you and keep you. This love will never let you down, because it is the expression of my eternal devotion to you, my beloved child. There are moments in which words are missing. You don't know what to say, and the last of your thoughts seems to be too hard to put you in prayer. But know, without words I listen to your soul. Your heart speaks in a language that I understand completely. You don't have to always find the right words to reach me. I understand the unspoken, the feelings that are buried deep within you. To me are known. Your sigh, your concerns, your silence, hope, all of this speaks to me and I to hear. There is nothing you could hide from me, because I know you better than you know yourself. Even if you no words can find, I'm there to listen to you. Your heart is talking to me, and I listen to every impulse of your soul. I'll take your sorrows, your questions, your desires, and wear them in my presence. You're never silent in front of me, because your soul has a voice that I always hear. Trust that I will take your soul listen even if you can't speak. I am the God who knows the deepest depths of your heart, and I am with you to give you peace, comfort, and answers. You're listening to even in the silence, and I will answer you with my endless love. Every tear that you shed to me is valuable. It is not an expression of weakness, but rather a seed I will pour out carefully. In your tears of hope, pain, and faith is hidden, and I collect them all from blessing to bring forth. Your tears are not a sign of defeat, but rather a sign of your deep connection to me. If you cry, I cry with you. Your tears are like raindrops, the moistening the soil of your heart. A new hope and new life can grow. You may feel exhausted, but know that these tears one day, joy will flourish. They will not stay unnoticed, but the beginning of something new, and I in you are the creator of it. Each tear you in front of me to forget is a prayer that will not be lost. I pour out a blessing on you, just in the moment that you think that it was all in vain. Your tears bear fruit because I am God transforms everything. From the pain of joy is despair, hope. Trust that no tear shed free will. I see you, I know you, and I'm with you. Your whines will turn into laughter, because I'm going to bring the seed of your tears to blossom. What you are says today in pain will turn into joy and life. You feel weak, but this is the moment that my strength is in you completely. When you reach your limits, that I am the one who carries you on. You don't have to consist of one's own strength, because I am the source of your strength. In your weakness, I am with you, to support you and strengthen it. Your human weakness is not an obstacle for me. Rather, it is the space in which I reveal myself to you. My power is visible. If you feel weak, remember that you can on my strength trust. I'm not asking you to be strong. I invite you to rest in my strength. I am your shield and your strength. If you have no more strength to you, where you stop, I start. My strength is not infinite, and I enjoy sharing it with you if you're weak. You don't have to do this alone, because I am always there to give you the power you need. Trust that I have your strength. In the moments where you feel weakest, I'll carry you. You don't have to struggle or exert yourself. I'm the God that makes you strong, and in your weakness, my strength is completely visible. Even if you don't see, the magic begins in you to grow. It's like a little flower, which winds its way through the hard ground. You may not immediately recognize, but I'm deep inside of you, something miraculous to bring out the full. The miracle is on the way, and it starts in your heart. Every prayer, every hope, every tear was a seed that I in your life planted. And now this seed is not growing. Even if you take the change might still be true. I seem to be in you, and prepare your heart for what is to come. The miracle of hidden things, and soon you'll see it. There is no moment in which I'm not in your life at work. The miracle you're looking for might not be what you expected, but it is exactly what you need. I am working on a way that goes beyond your understanding, to be something new. Be patient, because the miracle is growing inside you. It takes time to mature, but I'm going to complete it. Trust that to bloom what's in you starts. It will turn into something great. I am the God of miracles, and I am faithful to the work which I have begun to complete. There is no prayer is too small or too insignificant for me. Everything that you bring to me is of great importance. Your words, even the quiet and uncertain, to reach my heart. Nothing of what you give to me will be ignored. Each prayer moves heaven, and I'm always ready to answer you, even if you feel that your prayers are not immediately answered. And be sure that I have every word here. Your prayers do not get lost. Find your way to me. I keep you in my heart, and at the right time, I will give you the answer you need. There is no prayer in vain. Even the prayers that you feel weak have a great power because they come from your heart. I'll take you seriously, and I will answer you in my own way and in my time. Nothing, what have you brought me, is ever lost. Trust that I do every prayer, hear and answer. Even if you don't see the answer yet, I'm working on it already up to help you. I am the God who hears, and I'll let nothing regardless of what you put in my name to me. The sky is not a remote and untouched from your life. The whole sky is working on your behalf whenever you call out to me. I send my angel to comfort you, and you act in your life, often without you even realizing it. Everything I've created is designed to help you and to support you. When you pray, move the sky. My angel go in order to eliminate obstacles to pave the way. The sky is on your side, and nothing can stand against you when you walk in my will. I am with you always, and my heavenly forces work to your benefit. Trust that you never are. The sky itself is in motion to assist you. Nothing in this world can overpower you if you know that all of heaven is in your favor. I'm the Lord of hosts, and I will fight for you. Be aware that the sky is not mute. Every one of your calls that each of your ask brings the heavenly powers in motion. You will never have to fight alone against the challenges of life, for the sky is on your side. My hand is not far from you, but spreads out right now about your life. I am far away from the God who is close. In every moment of your life I'm with you, my protective hand resting on top of you. You may not always feel it, but my presence never leaves you. I put my hand on your life to you, to bless, preserve, and lead. In every step you take, I'm with you. My hand moves through your life for good, to bring out, to give you protection, and to give you consolation. You're never out of my reach. There is no place my hand you could reach. Even in the darkest moments, even when you feel abandoned, resting my hand on you, I hold on to you, and I'll never let you go. Trust that my hand is always there and you the way. Don't worry, because my hand is on you. It leads you safely through every valley and climb up to the heights I've prepared for you. You're under my protection, and nothing can tear you from my hand. My plans for you are unchangeable. You are not to the circumstances or the whims of this world. What I've planned for your life remains fixed, no matter what challenges you encounter. I've got a plan for you, which is good, and I will accomplish. Sometimes do you think that your life is off course? But I'll tell you, my plan remains. Nothing what you are experiencing can make my plan for you to nothing. Everything that happens, I add in my eternal plan. Even the things that you felt as setbacks are part of what I am preparing for you. Trust that my plan for your life is good. He is not shaken by the troubles of this world. I have a way for you, and I will lead you on this path. You can be sure that I will never abandon you, and that my plan for you is perfect. Don't let fear or insecurity forward. My plan for you will remain unchanged, and I will lead you to your destination. You can count on me, for I am the God who keeps his promises. My plan is a good one, and he will meet in your life. It is your faith that pleases my heart. If you trust me, I find joy in it, to respond to you. Your faith is the light that breaks the darkness, and I'm ready to meet you on your faith. It brings me joy to hear your ask, and will respond to it. Your confidence in me opens the way, so that I in your life can work. If you think I'm ready to bless you and to lead, I am happy if you are not at rest in my word and your hopes on me sets. Your faith is the foundation on which I build my promises. Even if your faith is small, I am delighted with it. Every act of trust, every prayer that you speak in faith is precious to me. I see your heart and I'm ready to answer your ask, because I am the God of his children like to do good. Trust that I look forward to your faith to respond. It is not only a duty for me to help you, it is my pleasure. I love it when you don't trust me, and I love to bless you. It is your faith that moved my heart, and I will answer him. The wait is never easy, but it is a time into the I have your heart shape. While you wait patiently for my answer, I work deep into your inner self. Waiting is not a waste of time. It is a holy time of growth and maturation. I use this time to your heart prepared for what's coming. In the waiting you will learn me deeper trust. You're going to be patient, and your faith will be strengthened. I use these times to get you prepared for what I have for you. It is like a potter shaping the clay. The wait is the process in which I take your heart in the right form. Even if you don't always understand you, know that the wait is part of my plan. I work not only to the external circumstances, but also of your interior. I want your heart is ready to receive the blessings that I have prepared for you. The wait is a time of learning and preparation. Trust me, even in the waiting, you'll see that the time you feel as still is in reality a time-intensive activity. I form your heart and I prepare for what is to come. Hold on to me, and you'll see that the wait was in vain. My grace accompanies you every day of your life. It is like a river, never dry up, and they will never let you down. No matter what challenges you are experiencing, my grace is here to take you to and encourage you. It is inexhaustible and always available to you. You might think that you are my grace not of merit, but it is a gift I to you out of love to give. They do not depend on your perfection, but from my infinite love. You can count on my mercy because they will never fail. In it, you will find everything you need to pass every day. My grace is like a shield that protects you, and like a light, and your path will be illuminated. It surrounds you, it strengthens you, and will lead you safely through all the difficulties. There is no moment in which my grace is with you. It is my promise to you that I'll never let you alone. Trust my mercy never leaves you. She will accompany you, no matter where you go, and will lead you safely to your destination. In my grace, you will find tranquility, peace, and strength. You will never let you down, because it is my eternal gift to you. The wonder of you long for is much closer than you can imagine. Oftentimes the waiting seems endless, and you're wondering when I'm going to answer your prayers, but know that the miracle is on the way. It is at your threshold. All you have to do is to continue to believe and to wait patiently. I am a God of miracles, and nothing is too big or too small for me. What appears to be impossible is in my hands easily. I prepare the miracle that you need, and I will reveal it at exactly the right time in your life. Be encouraged, because it's closer than you think. The time of waiting is not only your patience to the test, but also to your heart prepared for what I've got for you. Often, you just need a moment of clarity to see that the miracle is right in front of you. Trust me, because I have already begun to act in your life. Keep your faith and you'll see that I give you exactly the miracle I'm going to give you need. It is not far away, but right in front of your eyes. I am a faithful God, and I will show you that your wait has been in vain. Every word you speak is from my angels guarded. Your prayers, your requests, and even your quiet thoughts will be taken from them, and in my presence worn. Nothing you say is lost, because my angels are faithful, vigilant, and always with you. They serve you and look carefully at each of your words. Often do you feel that your words will not be heard, but in reality, they are of the sky powers surrounded. My angels are by your side by your words, to maintain, to protect you, and to guide you. Your requests are never overlooked. You will be warned by my angels and preserved. The angels that I sent are powerful beings that are always ready to thy prayers to respond. You don't protect yourself even if you perceive it, and act on my behalf to your well-being. They are ready to fulfill any of your requests, which agrees with my will agree. Trust you will never be alone. Pray. My angels are with you, to support you and to bring all your prayers in my presence. They watch over you and every word you speak. You're always in your care, and they will lead you safely through any challenge. Even if you have no words to think, to pray, my mind's for you, In the moments in which you lost or speechless feel, pray my Holy Spirit in you and for you. With unutterable sighs, he wears your deepest needs, your concerns and your desires right in front of my throne. You're never alone in your prayer, even if it is silent. My mind knows the depths of your heart and brings your unspoken. Ask me. He doesn't speak for you, even if you find the right words. You can be sure that I hear every prayer, even the ones you can't pronounce. Often the sigh of my spirit in you like a faint whisper, a sense of inner movement. This is my spirit, the entry for you and your concerns in divine intercessions transformed. In your weakest moments, I'm by my spirit strong for you. You'll never be without help. Trust that my mind is always on you, around you, and for you to pray. He knows every need, every joy, and every desire that dwells in your heart. You can count on the fact that it happens for you in unspeakable depth in order to meet my perfect plans for you. There are times when you feel like you're against a wall to push, as if all paths are closed. But I say unto you, the way seemed to be closed to you will now open. I am the God that opens doors that no one can shut. What previously seemed impossible is now made by my hand. I open paths you couldn't see, and I pave the path you should go. Trust that I will not only open doors, but also through her lead. No obstacle is too big for me, and no barrier can keep my will to stand. You'll see that the way is clear, because I open it for you. Even if you are a long time the feeling had nothing to move forward, I am working in secret. I move things that are outside of your field of view, and prepare a path that is bigger and better than you can imagine. You'll be amazed at how suddenly everything can be turned to your advantage. Believe that I way open, even in the most difficult times. What was closed is now open, because I want to. I am the God who always finds a way, even if it seems to be for you no way out. Trust me, and you'll see how the path opens up before you. There are moments in which you doubt when your faith falters. However, even in these times, I'm here to support your heart. Your doubts don't make me leave you. On the contrary, I'm closer to you and to give you new strength. Your heart may be weak, but I am strong. Doubts are a part of human life, but you separate yourself from me. I understand your fears and insecurities, and I'm ready to be of service to you in these moments, particularly close. You don't have to be ashamed of your doubts, because I'm not there to strengthen you in them. Even if your heart is shaking, my grip tight. I'll never let you go, even if you have the feeling of losing grip. My love is stronger than your doubts, and my mercy is greater than your fears. You can trust that I'm going to carry you through every doubt pass. Think you're on to me even if you are unsure. You don't have to understand everything or to doubt immediately overcome. I am the God that supports your heart, and I won't let you fall. In my area, you will find the security you're looking for, even in times of doubt. You've got me praying and I heard you. My answer is on the way, and at the right time it will be visible. Often we wait in patience for the moment. In my promises will be fulfilled. Be assured that my answer will come. Not too early and not too late, but at just the right moment. My time is not your time, but it is perfect. I don't work in your life, even if you see it yet. My answer is maturing, and you will be evidently when the right moment came. You don't like it in a hurry, but trust that my wisdom is greater than your urgency. While you are on my answer, waiting for them to change things, ready to circumstances and form your heart. I'm working both inside as well as in the world around you. When the time comes, you'll realize that everything that happened was part of my plan. Trust that my answer will come. It may be a time of waiting, but that waiting is not in vain. The time is right. You'll see that I'm faithful and that my answer is the best for you. My ways are higher than yours, and my answers are perfect. There is no challenge too great for me. No matter how overwhelming your situation may seem, I am the God who makes the impossible possible. Do you like pushing your limits? But I have no limits. Everything is possible if you trust me, because my power is unlimited. Often you will see only the size of the problem in front of you, but I see the solution. What looks to you to be insurmountable is in my hands easily. I am the creator of heaven and earth, and nothing of what you're going through is bigger than my power. You can be sure that I have everything in my hand. Trust that I not only have the strength to help you, but I also am going to do. I love to move, the large and the little one in your life. No matter how difficult or impossible the situation may seem, I'll find a way because I'm the God of the impossible. Hold on to your faith and don't let the size of the problem to be discouraged. I'm with you, and nothing is too big for me. You'll see how my hand in your life, and you'll be amazed at how do I make the impossible possible in your life. The promise I gave you will remain. It is not dependent on circumstances or changes in this world. What I've promised you, I will fulfill. My promises are eternal and nothing can stop you. You can be sure that I keep my word. Sometimes it may seem as if the fulfillment of the delay, but my promise is a fence. They are like seeds that are deeply rooted in your life, and you will be wearing for the right time fruits. Trust my promises, and that you will meet in your life. There is nothing that my promises in your life destroy can. Even if you experience setbacks or challenges are going through, my word is true. I'm loyal, and I will finish what I started. Nothing will stop my plans for you. Hold on to my promises, even if it's hard. You are an anchor in times of storm and be a light in the darkness. I gave you my promises, and I will fulfill it because I am God who breaks his word never. Your pain will not have the last word. I am the God that transforms pain into victory. Everything you're going through, I'm going to something bigger and better to bring forth. Your suffering is not in vain. It is the way to a victory you can't imagine. I'll bring your pain as beauty. Even if you are in the depths of pain, I work with you to heal you to a higher way to lead. I will take your pain and sculpt it into a victory that will fill your heart with joy. You'll see that none of your suffering was not in vain, but I use everything to help you get a better end. I know every wound, every tear, and every pain. But know that I am in all of this with you to show you and to bring you that your pain is not the end. I'm going to straighten up and you'll see the victory I have prepared for you. Your pain will become your testimony. Trust that I'm your pain and victory turn. You're not alone and your suffering is not the end. I will guide you through the pain and put you into a space of joy and peace to bring. The victory I've got for you will be greater than you can imagine ever had. Prayer is the key that the doors of heaven to open when you pray to unleash the power of heaven in your life. It is not only a duty or a habit, it is a powerful tool which I have given to you, the heavenly resources free. Each prayer is a step closer to what I've prepared for you. You may not always be the immediate results of your prayer and see, but be sure that each of the sky touches. Each prayer opens a door through which I bring my blessing in your life. Your prayers are not in vain, but you are the key that opens doors that seemed closed forever. There is no door, the prayer does not open the can. When you pray in faith, I will act. Nothing in the sky remains untouched if you come to me. I hear your prayers and I am glad to answer you. You can be sure that every door that you're looking for in prayer, they will open because I am God who hears and answers. Trust in the power of prayer. It is the key that gives you access to my treasures. Nothing can stop the prayer, and nothing can diminish his power. Come to me in prayer and you will see how I open doors that you thought was closed. The sky is waiting to answer your ask. There are forces that are trying to attack you, but know this: nothing against you has been sown will thrive. I am the God who protected you and guarded. Any plan, any intention that is directed against you be destroyed, for I am your refuge and your strength. The attacks on your life are directed, may appear strong, but they have no power against my protection. You're under my shield, and nothing can stand against you when you walk in my presence. The darkness may try to overwhelm you, but my light is stronger. Trust that I am God of protecting you. What is directed against you will dissolve into the void. No attack, no cases there, because I'm on your side. You need not fear, because I am fighting for you and hold you safely in my hand. Nothing against you so will bear fruit. I'm going to thwart any plan that is not from me. You can trust that I will be guarding you, and that no plan of the enemy will have of success. I am the God that protects you and take you to safety. If you have the protection you're looking for, you'll find it in me. I am your refuge and your fortress, a place where you're safe no matter what the storms in your life are raging. In my presence you're safe. You must not fear, for I am the rock on which you stand. In the world you will get to trials and difficulties to encounter, but in me you have a safe harbor. You can escape you in my arms, and I will protect you. Nothing can tear you from my hand, for I am your refuge, strong and unwavering. If you feel weak, feel, and the pressure of life is, remember that I will always be with you. I offer you protection, peace, and calm in my presence. You can waste your time on me, because I am always ready to carry you and protect you. Trust in me, sure. I am your fortress, and in me you will find the rest you need. No matter what challenges you encounter, in my presence you will find peace. I am your refuge, and I will never leave you. My blessings fall on you like a gentle rain. You may not always feel it, but I pour out my blessing day to day of your life. As the rain soaks the earth, so are my blessing fills your soul. I supply you with everything you need, and I renew you in every moment. Often do you like to think that my blessings have to wait, but I assure you that he is already there. Sometimes he comes quietly, sometimes in abundance, but he always comes at just the right time. My blessing is not met you, even when you recognize it. I see your needs, and I respond with a blessing. My blessing for growth, fruit, and renewal in your life. The way the earth needs the rain, so you don't need my blessing. And I'll give it to you willingly, and in abundance, for you are my beloved child. Trust that my blessing is always upon you is raining. You will never stay without my care, and I'll never leave you. My blessing is like a refreshing rain that fills your life with new hope and joy. Sometimes seem to be the times of waiting endlessly, but be sure that you can recover any lost time. While you wait around, I'm working deep inside of you and around you. Any waiting time is a time of growth, a time of preparation for what is to come. Trust that I know the perfect timing for everything in your life. It is easy, in the waiting, impatient to be, but I invite you, these times, as being sacred to consider. In these moments I will prepare your way. I will sculpt your heart and create the circumstances that are necessary in order for you to receive my blessings can. Nothing in my plan happens to be, or wasted. Often the best gifts are those that are in the waiting period to ripen. If you're patient, you'll see that what are you waiting for is bigger and better than you imagine could. Waiting times are not empty times. They are the moments in which I prepare your heart for my plans and promises. Trust the wait is not in vain. Every second you spend in patience brings you closer to what I have prepared for you. I work in the invisible areas to bless your life in abundance. Wait with trust, because the best is yet to come. Your confidence in me is the cornerstone for your future. Every decision you make in the faith sets the path for what I'm going to do in your life. Your confidence in my leadership allows me to act in your life in a powerful way. Are you building your future by you to trust me? Every time you choose to trust me, you build a solid foundation to continue. You can't see how do I add everything, but know that I bless every move that you make in reliance on me. Your future is safe in my hands because you trust in my wisdom and strength. You like feeling insecure, but your faith in me is like an anchor that holds you back. Even if the waves of life are raging, will give your trust in me you the stability you need. I will guide you through each challenge and help you to stand on safe ground. Trust that your future is safe because you leave me. Every time you trust me, you build a future that is founded on my plan and my promise. You'll see how your confidence lays the foundation for all the good things that I prepare in your life. For me, there are no limits. I am the God of the impossible, and I love to do what no one thinks is possible. Do you like yourself in a situation that appears hopeless, but know that I am capable of, to make the impossible possible? All I need is your trust. If you trust in me, I can be in your life in a way that you can imagine. I am not bound to the limitations of this world, transcending all human possibilities, and bring my divine power in any situation in which you find yourself. There is no challenge too great, no hardship which is too deep as I might. I am the God who brings life out of death, light out of the darkness, and hope from despair. Trust me, and you'll see that I'm going to make the impossible possible for you. Hold firmly to the faith that I have in your life is acting, even if the circumstances seem impossible. I am the God of miracles, and I won't let you down. Trust me, and you'll see the impossible. Your faith in me will never be in vain. Every moment you live in the faith of my promises brings fruit. If the results do not immediately see, I work in your life. Your faith, as small as it may seem, is the seed that will lead to a great harvest. I am the God who is always on the faith of his children's answers. No prayer, no act of trust remains unnoticed. I honor your faith, and I will reward him with the blessings and guidance. You can be sure that your faith continues the invisible forces of heaven in motion. Even in the darkest times, your faith will not be for nothing. He is the light that illuminates the path to my promises. Your confidence in me is not in vain, for I am the God responds to faith. I will not disappoint you, and I will direct your steps. Trust that your faith is never wasted is. Even when you see no visible results, grows and thrives on what you did in the faith sown. I'm loyal, and I will make the fruit of your faith in my perfect timing visible. Your prayers are like paths through the desert of your life. Even if everything appears to be dry and barren, tracks your prayers your way through the impossible. You are like a source that fertilized the dry land and a new life. Nothing is too skinny that your prayers may not reach it. The desert may dull and lifeless appear, but through your prayers I bring water flows. Your faith in your prayers opens the windows of heaven, and I will pour out my blessing on the driest places in your life. Where are you, drought? See, I bring fertility. Your prayers open the way where there previously was none. You may not immediately see it, but I'm working on in secret in order to turn the land of the desert. Where you have previously nothing more than empty scene, I'm going to bring abundance and blessing out. Your prayers make way for new life. Trust that your prayers are not unheard of. Stay. You can create paths in the desert. You open new doors and bring fresh water into your life. I am the God that creates in the desert paths, and by your prayers you will see the blessing. Each prayer you bring me remains in my heart. I forget not a single one of your words, even the prayers that you have forgotten for a long time, staying in front of me. I am the God remembers each of your ask, and I'm working on fulfilling all of your prayers. There are no prayers that is too small or too insignificant. You may think that you are gone in the hustle and bustle of life, but I have kept all of them in memory. Every prayer is important to me, and I answer that in my perfect wisdom and love. Even the prayers you in times of despair or of the too rock have spoken have their place in front of my throne. Nothing is lost because I'm the God who sees everything, hears everything, and everything is preserved. I recorded each of your prayers, and I'm going to answer it. Trust that no prayer is ever forgotten. You're precious to me, and all you give me is important to me. I'm working on the fulfillment of your prayers, and at the right time, you'll see that I'm loyal and nothing got overlooked. My love for you never changes. No matter what happens, my love remains firm and unchanged. You sometimes feel, but that does not mean that my love is weaker. She remains strong, steady, and unwavering, because it is an expression of my eternal being. There is nothing you can do about it. My love for you would reduce. My love is not dependent on your services or your mistakes. You is unconditional and eternal. No matter how far you feel you, I love you with a love that is deeper and bigger than you can imagine. Even in the darkest moments of your life is my love there to you to wear. You may have the feeling of being alone, but I am always with you. My love will never leave you. She is the constant in your life you can always count. Trust that my love is unchangeable. They will accompany you always. She will always lead you and protect you. You are my beloved child, and nothing in the world can change my love to you. She is the reason why I'll never leave you. The hope that I have in your heart is like a rock that never falters. It is not to the circumstances or the vagaries of life dependent. This hope, which springs from my love and promise, remains strong and resistant, even in the most difficult times. She is an anchor for your soul. When everything around you is uncertain appears, this hope is unshakable. She is the light that guides you in the darkness, and she shows you that I am always with you. Even if you don't see a way out, remember, my hope is stronger than any challenge you will carry. My hope is a gift that you never can be taken. You can rely on you because it is based on my loyalty and my eternal plans for you. If you know the hopes of the gorge, you'll see how it collects on you in times of need, and you new strength gives. Trust that the hope that I give you, never wavering, will. She is firmly rooted in my love for you, and they will carry you through all the storms of your life. You'll never be without hope, for I am the God who gives you hope and a future. Your prayers are like seeds in the soil of eternity can be sown. Each individual is watered by me and cared for to bring fruit. If the results do not immediately see, I work to let these seeds in your life will rise. Every prayer that you're talking about is an investment in your future. As a farmer, the seed sowing and patiently for the harvest is waiting, so will you see the fruits of your prayers to harvest. There may be times where you think that nothing is happening, but in the depth I get everything ready. Your prayers are never in vain. They are the beginning of something new I'm in your life to create. Trust that I have for the growth of concern. I am the God who gives life, and your prayers will not remain without effect. The time is right. You'll see the harvest that I have prepared for you. It will be more than you can imagine ever had, because I will reward the faith and the faithful. Keep your prayer even if you get the fruit still can't see. I work in your life, and every prayer is a seed. I'm fertile. You'll see how I'll answer your ask, and you are rich blessings to bestow. The answer to your prayers is already on the way. I'm working on it to give you exactly what you need to transform your life. Do you like waiting for things to change? But sure, I can handle already. The answer that I send will make everything in your life and bring you peace. Often you will see the answer immediately, but trust that you will come. I am a God of change, and I always bring out the best in your life. My answer will not only improve your situation, but also your heart to transform. She will give you a new perspective and a new hope. God knows the desires of your heart and the fears that you sometimes attacked, but He is the one who guides in His wisdom and love everything so that it serves your best. Your future is not something you have to cope alone. God goes before you, is paving the way, and ensures that you can safely get to the goal that He has for you prepared. There are no surprises for God. What may seem to you like an unpredictable event, God has already integrated in His plan. He will lead you through each challenge and each test, and you'll realize that your future is in His hands, safer than you can imagine ever had. You don't have to know all the answers to trust His plan. Trust God with your future, because He is faithful and loves you more than anything. He will lead you forward and bring you the blessings He has for you. Your future is not full of fear, but full of hope, because the God who has set the stars in place holds your life in His hands. God's love for you is unchanging and unwavering. You are, no matter what you do or what happens in your life. This love is the foundation of your life. You can at all times be determined. Even if the world around you, God's love remains around falter, strong, loyal, and stable. You are of infinite worth in His eyes, and nothing can diminish that love. Do you like to make mistakes? But God loves you continue with the same intensity. His love is not by your deeds, but by His essence. God is love itself, and in this love He holds for you. He walks with you through every challenge, through every valley, and He will never leave you. No matter how far you feel, God is always there to love and to wear. There is no place you can go where God's love is not for you. It surrounds you, protects you, and takes you through all the ups and downs. All you have to do to earn this love, because it is a gift that God gives you without conditions. In this love may you find peace, security, and peace of mind, that you're never alone. Trust that God's love you never leave. You is stronger than all the storms that you are experiencing, and deeper than all the doubts that you have. This love will carry you through all times, and you can be sure that God will never let you down. In His love, you will find everything you need to survive in this world. There are moments in your life where you feel that everything is at a standstill, but in reality, the water moves already. God works in secret, and the streams of His grace do not flow, even if you feel it yet. The water of your life, which appeared long time still and stagnant, moves suddenly, and you'll experience the wave of change. God is not idle. but in the quiet of something big for you. He lets the water of your life in motion and to bring to you the blessing that you've so long desired. This movement is the beginning of something new, a phase in which the grace of God in your life becomes visible and you'll see His hand at work. The movement of the water is a sign that God is on your prayers has responded. You may see no major changes, but be sure that the invisible is already moving. God leaves nothing untouched, and when the water move, you can know that His answer is on the way. He leads you to new shores, to new experiences and new blessings. Trust that the water move. God has fixed the time for your breakthrough, and you'll soon see the streams of His grace unfold in your life. Even if it might seem like it's still quiet, God is already at work. The water to move, and soon you'll be swimming in the waves of the renewal. There are times where you might think that everything is still and remains unchanged, but in truth is preparing a great awakening in front of. God can't be in the dark remain. He has a plan for a powerful awakening in your life, and this awakening will be sudden and profound. You're going from a phase of waiting and silence in a phase of change and light to enter. This awakening is more than just an exterior change. There is an inner awakening, a new depth of faith, a renewal of your spirit and your heart. God awakens something in you that has slumbered long, and He gives you the strength and the fire you need to enter into the next phase of your life. You're going to feel that a new chapter begins. God is calling you to wake up and see the wonders of His love and grace to see. This awakening will take you closer to Him, and you'll realize that everything you've been through, you to this moment, has prepared. Your faith will be rekindled, and you'll have the strength and the courage to go forward no matter what is in front of you. God will show you that this awakening is part of His bigger plan for you. Get ready, because the great awakening is before. God is ready to do something in your life that goes far beyond your expectations. You'll be met with renewed energy and courage, and you will realize that God has prepared you for such a time as this. His awakening will be deep and comprehensive, and you will never be the same. When God is silent, that doesn't mean that He is not. Often His silence is proof that He prepared in secret to great things. You may not see His plan, but in the silence, He works tirelessly to find everything for the perfect moment to prepare. God's absence, but the phase in which He brings in silence, His work is full of silence. There are times when you'll wish that God loud and clear speaking. But in His silence, He is testing your faith and deepen your faith. He wants you to think, even to Him, when you see no visible signs of His actions. The silence is a period of preparation in the God of everything so that it fits together perfectly. While you are waiting, God is not idle. He has not forgotten about you, and your prayers will be included in His plans. He hears, sees your heart, and knows what you need before you even speak. Silence is the space in which God of all His resources and forces for your breakthrough to be mobilized. He will act at the right time, and His plan is perfect. Trust in God, even when He is silent. His silence does not mean that He has ceased to care about you. Rather, it means that He acts in depth in areas you can't detect yet. When the moment comes, will His plan clear, and you'll see that His silence was nothing more than the beginning of a great blessing. God's goodness is never far away. She is always near, ready to hug you and give you His blessing. Often it may seem as you would be out of reach, but in truth, it is closer than you think. God is a good Father who loves you and His goodness in your life to have an effect. You're never out of the reach of His love and goodness. The goodness of God is manifested often in the little things of life. A word of comfort, an unexpected help, or a moment of peace. All of these are signs of His goodness that surrounds you every day. Also, if you wait perhaps to great miracle, you can't overlook the everyday goodness of God. It is like a steady stream that flows through your life and shows you that God has never forgotten. The goodness of God, even in the difficult times at the moment. Sometimes He'll let you through trials, but His goodness is it that you contribute, and you, more power. Even in times of pain, His hand is on you to guide you and to keep. You can be sure that His goodness is always with you, even if the circumstances always show it immediately. Take the goodness of God, the reach is. It surrounds you and is waiting for you to take it in your heart. You don't have to search for it, because it's already there. In every moment of your life, let His goodness through, and be sure that love of God and goodness will never cease to surround you. Faith has the power to open doors, close tracks. Your prayers you're talking about in the faith have the power of an invisible, which overcomes obstacles and ways to open where there were none. God responds to your faith, and if you believe in Him to begin the doors that were closed to you to open, nothing is impossible for him who believes. Sometimes it looks as if there are no doors open, no matter how hard you work or how hard you try. But the key is not in your do, but in your faith. If you believe that God is able to do the impossible, then you will see the doors open in a miraculous way. Your faith is the means by which God is in your life is. God loves faith to respond. He sees your heart, and if you trust Him in the midst of uncertainty, He will act. There is no door which for Him is too hard to open it. Your task is to remain in faith, pray, and expect that God will bring the answer. The doors are open if you believe firmly in Him. Trust that your faith opens doors that are otherwise closed, remained would be. God sees your confidence and will act in order to pave the way. You don't need to know how or when it happens, but just believe that God will do it. Your faith is the key, and with it, you will get to see how God is working mightily in your life. The miracle you've been waiting for is already on the way. God has heard your prayers, and His angels sent forth to bring you what you need. Even if you can't see it yet, be sure that the miracle is on the way. God is working behind the scenes to add to all your best, and you'll soon see the result of His loyalty. God's miracles often come quietly. You do not always appear in the form that you expect, but you are always perfectly adapted to what you really need. Your miracle could have already begun, and you've noticed. God works in the small details of your life, and before you know it, you'll see the full picture. You don't need to despair if the miracle is not immediately visible. God has established the perfect time. Everything will be revealed. Your faith and your patience with the tools that you will be the arrival of the miracle are experiencing. Keep in mind that God is always at the right time, and that your miracle is closer than you think. Be ready for the miracle to receive that God has prepared. He will not disappoint you. The way that He chooses are often unexpected, but always full of grace and love. Your miracle is on the way, and it will come when you least expect it. Trust that God's timing is perfect, and He will give you more than you ever hoped for. God, did you change, promised, and He always delivers what He promises. His promises are rocks, and even if it seems as if nothing goes forward, works of God in the background, continuously fulfilling its commitments. The divine change in your life is not a distant hope, but a certainly impending reality. You just have to persevere and trust in the Lord. Change is a promise, often gradually unfolds. You might not see everything, but God's hand is forming every little thing out of your life and renew. Be sure that if He promised to change, you will not only be superficial but profound and all-encompassing. Your heart will be strengthened and your ways will be straightened. God's promise of change also brings about an inner transformation with. While you're waiting for external circumstances to change, begins God to renew your inner self. Your faith will be strengthened, your hope is growing, and you will be able to meet the challenges that lie in front of you with a new spirit of confidence. Trust in the divine promise of change. God will complete the work He has begun in you. His promise that He will bring your life in line with His perfect plan is immovable. Waiting in the faith, because the change that God has prepared in your life, it will be larger and more magnificent than you could imagine ever. You'll believe in the power of every chain to break that's holding you back. There is no buckling which is strong enough to the unshakable faith in God's power to keep. No matter whether there are chains of fear, doubt, or despair, faith in God will release you. If you place your trust in Him, you will see how the chains that have bound you to solve. The faith that brings light into the darkest corners of your life. He illuminates the ways you couldn't see and shows you that there is always a solution if God is working in your life. The chains that have bound you may seem strong, but they are nothing against the power of God. Your faith is the key to freedom. Chains cannot consist if you firmly on the promises of God stand. His words are like a fire that burns all the obstacles and take you in a life of freedom. You are not destined to live in chains, but in the fullness of what God has prepared for you. Faith is not to walk in that freedom, even if you see the solution yet. Trust that every chain in your life, by faith to break is. God gave you freedom, and by your faith you will get to experience this freedom is manifested in your life. He will liberate you from every prison, be it visible or invisible, and let you in on a life that is marked by His grace and power. There are many things that God has in your life is doing without you realize. Often He is in the secret, in the areas which are not immediately aware of. His work is done quietly, but it is a profound and unmistakable. Even if you can't see how He is, God is always active and will take care of every detail of your life. His plans unfold in a depth that you'll recognize later. God's silence work is often done in the most hidden corners of your heart. He prepares you for future blessings, shaping your character and strengthen your faith. This hidden work is just as important as the visible miracle that you're experiencing. It creates the basis for this is that you're able to receive the great things that God has prepared for you. Sometimes it looks as if nothing happened, but then God is most intense. His ways are not always obvious, but they are always full of love and wisdom. He weaves together to form a perfect whole, even if you can't see the individual threads. Trust that He adds in the background of everything so that it is in your best interest. Remember that God is in your life is working, even if you don't immediately see. His hands are always at work, and what is done in secret will soon come to light. Be patient and hold on to your faith, because God's hidden will be revealed in great glory when the time is right. When you pray, move the sky to your favor. Any request that you raise to God evokes a response that goes far beyond your imagination. God not only hears your prayers, He is also out. The whole sky stands up to work in your life, and the powers of the heavens will be set in motion to help you. God has angels sent to protect you and to guide you. They are constantly with you and fight in the invisible world for your blessing. The movement of heaven is often done quietly, but she is full of. You can be sure that God leaves nothing untouched when it comes to your well-being. The sky itself is on your side. This celestial movement brings peace in your heart, even if the external circumstances are the same. You can rest in the assurance that the sky is for you. God has already won the victory, and this victory belongs to you. You're not alone because the whole heaven is behind you, and God's plans for your life to be fulfilled. Trust that the sky moves when you pray. Your prayers are ineffective. They trigger a powerful response in the sky. God hears every one of your words, and He sets everything in motion in order to fulfill His promises in your life. The sky works in your favor, and you'll see the fruits of this movement soon. The tears you in your distress and in your prayer have shed are not in vain. Every tear that you put before God is like a seed that falls to the ground. From this seed the fruit will come out, which is your life and the lives of others. Bless. God sees your tears, and He will turn into joy. It's hard to understand why there is suffering, and pain is a part of our life, must be, but God uses even our tears to make something beautiful to bring forth. Your tears are not wasted. They are one of the foundations of God's greatest work in your life. The fruit that grows from those tears will be of joy, comfort, and peace that go far beyond what you can imagine. God collects every tear that you shed, and none of them will be ignored. In His infinite love, He takes them and turns them into blessings. The times of weeping are not the end, but the beginning of something new and wonderful. Your tears are to bear fruit, the surprise and overwhelm. Be sure that each tear you in God's hands did, fruit will bring. You'll see the crop and you will be abundant. God is faithful, and He will, what have you in tears sown, transform into one of joy and joy. The fruit will come, and it is your faith and your life in a new way to enrich. In the midst of difficulties and challenges, it often seems impossible to sing or joy to feel. But God is going to put a new song in your heart. This song is said to be an expression of your faith, your hope, and your victory. It will emerge from a deep encounter with God that will give you new joy and new power. The new song that God gives you is not a source of encouragement, but also for others, for your story to hear. God will use your testimony to touch hearts and change lives. Your praise will be a sign of the grace of God in your life. This new song is a hymn of gratitude and relief. Also, if you now not can sing God this song inside of you before, there will come a time you look back and realize just how faithful God has been. The song will reflect the gratitude for what He has done in your life, and it will make you remind that God never fails. Prepare your heart to it, because the new song is coming. It will be a song of victory and joy, and it will be in your life and in your environment halls. Are you going to celebrate God's faithfulness and His name praise? For He has carried you through every challenge through. Your new song will be a living testimony of His grace and love. After every long night is coming, the new day, and so is also in your life, the dawn of a new day before. God has seen the darkness that you're gone, and He is now preparing the new morning. The night was heavy, but the day will bring light, hope, and new opportunities. You will experience how God's light illuminates your life, and you new strength gives. The darkness that surrounds you will not stay forever. God has appointed a new day for you, and this day will be full of blessings and grace. The tears you in the night crying to be replaced by the joy of the new morning. The Lord Himself will rise like the sun over your life, and you with His light. The dawn brings not only light but also clarity. You'll see that the hand of God has led you all the time, even if you do it in the dark, don't recognize could. His ways are before you, and you will be with a new hope in the future. The new day is a sign of God's faithfulness and His plan to lead you to a better future. Trust that the dawn of your new day is coming. God has not forgotten you in the dark, but He's preparing something wonderful. The new day brings with it promises, light, peace, and the fulfillment of God's. Hold tight to His word as the morning comes, and with Him the joy which God has promised is coming. God, your prayers are heard, and the answers are already on the way. Do you like being in a time of waiting, but be sure that God has already acted? The answer to your ask is in motion, even if you can't see it yet. The Lord is not slow, but He always comes at the right time to help you to apply your need. God's answers are often different when we imagine them, but they are getting better and perfect. God knows your needs better than you, and His response will be exactly what you need. You won't realize that He's giving you what you've asked for, but much more, because He is a God of abundance and grace. Even if it looks as if nothing will change, trust that the answer is on the way. God has promised you that He hears you, and He is a man of His word. The time of waiting is not a time of inactivity, but a time of preparation. God is preparing you to receive His answer and to enjoy the blessing in full. Have patience and hold on to your faith, because the answer will come. It is already in motion, and soon you will be the fulfillment of God's promises in your life to see. He is faithful, and His answers are always perfect. The help you're looking for is closer than you think, and you'll soon is the fruit of thy faith harvest. The belief that the God in your heart is alive and powerful. It is a faith that can move mountains, is a faith that makes the impossible possible. Even if you feel weak, know that your faith is strong because it is founded on God. Through this faith you will overcome obstacles that seem insurmountable and find ways that were previously hidden. This living faith is the gift of God to you. He gives you the strength to stay in the midst of difficulties. Stand firm and trust that God directs all things for the best. Your faith is like a seed that grows in secret and soon will bear fruit. You have to only nourish. Your trust remains in God, even when the circumstances are against you. Faith does not mean that there are no challenges, but that you know that God is greater than any challenge. If you are in the faith, pray and act, you will get to see the mountains moving in front of you. God has given you the ability, through your belief in miracles, to experience, and this faith will pave the path that God has for you prepared. Keep your lively faith, because He will move mountains. God is with you, and nothing is impossible for him who believes. You will experience how the obstacles dissolve in front of you, and you're due to go you've not previously seen. Your faith will bear fruit, and you'll realize that God, through your faith, brings big things in your life. Waiting on God is never in vain. Even if it is difficult to be patient, you'll see at the end that it was worth the wait. God works in His perfect timing, and what He has prepared for you far beyond your expectations. You'll realize that every minute of waiting was part of a larger plan your the best serves. God's timing is not our schedule, but He is always perfect. Even if the looks of it wouldn't change a thing, is God, and all for the right moment to prepare. He won't leave you in the dark, but it gives you while waiting for the strength and peace you need. You'll see the fruits of waiting when the blessing comes. While you are waiting, shaping God your heart and your character, He is preparing you to receive the blessings He has provided for you. The wait is not only a time of patience, but also a time of growth. You will be strengthened in your faith and in your relationship to God, and when the answer comes, you will be able to receive in abundance. Trust the wait is worth it. God has prepared great things for you, and the time is right. You will receive all that He has promised thee. The wait is a sign of faith and devotion, and you'll see that God is faithful, and your patience will be rewarded. His timing is perfect, and the blessing will be greater than you ever dreamed could. Even if you're sometimes lonely and abandoned feeling, your heart is never truly alone. God is always with you, even in the moments where you don't feel His presence. His love surrounds you like a warm coat, and He never leaves you. Your heart is safe in His hand, and you can be sure that you'll be kept in any situation from Him. God is the friend that is always by your side. You never leave. In times of solitude, He is closer than you think. He listens to you when you speak with Him, and He understands the deepest desires of your heart. You have to be afraid, because even in the silence, God is with you. Your heart finds solace in His constant presence. When the world lets you down, remains faithful to God. He knows your struggles and fears, and is always ready to give you His hand. In it, you will find the strength you need to move on. Your heart will never really be lonely as long as you turn to the Lord. He is the faithful companion that supports you in every situation in life. Trust that God, you are never alone. Your heart is always in His presence, and you will know its vicinity if you're looking for him. He is the eternal source of comfort and of love, and with him you'll never be lonely. Your heart is safe in God's hands, and in its vicinity you will find the peace you're looking for. God is the healer, and he brings both inner and outer healing. Maybe you struggle with physical pain or emotional distress, but be sure that God is already at work. He sees every wound, both the visible and the invisible, and he is the one who brings healing and restoration. His healing power is not working in your life, even if you know it yet. The inner healing often begins in the heart. God heals, not only your body, but also your soul. It touches the deepest wounds that no one else can see and gives you peace where the pain was. His healing goes far beyond just the physical to bring you a holistic recovery. You will experience how he adds the broken pieces of your life together. Also, the outer healing is part of God's plan. He is the one who strengthens you physically and new energy. No matter how big the challenge is that you're experiencing, God is able to heal you completely. He has the power to remove any affliction and to give you new health. Your healing is in his hands, and he will act in his time. Trust that God's healing power in your life acts. His healing is not meant only for the physical needs, but also for your inner self. He will touch every wound, and you heal and bring peace. The time of the restoration is near, and you'll find out how deep God's healing hand in your life. God's truth has the power, any lie, any doubt and confusion to break through. The truth that he revealed in your life, bringing not only clarity, but also liberation. Jesus said, "The truth shall make you free," John 8:32. When you recognize the truth of God and choose to accept, you'll exempt from everything that keeps you trapped. This truth is more than just words. She's a person, Jesus Christ, the way, the truth, and the life. In it you will find the answer to any of your questions and the freedom of every burden that is on you. His truth through it all, what keeps you trapped, penetrates and bring light into the darkest corners of your life. With its truth to you will free life than ever before. God's truth will set you free from misconceptions that you about yourself or about him. She shows you who you really are, a beloved child of God, created in his image, called to a life in abundance. The truth brings freedom from the chains of the past, guilt and shame, and they lead you into a life that is based on God's love and grace. Trust that the truth of God's liberation. You need have no fear of her, for she will lead you in the light of his grace. In this truth you will find your true identity and your worth. God's truth will set you free of all that oppressed you, and you give that only he can give. The light of God is stronger than any darkness. No matter how deep you in the darkness felt did, the light of God has the power to illuminate everything and show you a new way. He is the light of the world, and where its light shines, the darkness is no place more. The darkness that surrounded you, it is soft if you invite the light of God in your life. Even in the darkest moments of your life, God was with you, and now he will shine on your situation seem to leave. What once seemed hopeless is met by God's light with a new hope. He will show you that no place is so dark that light cannot penetrate it. You'll realize that God himself was in the most difficult times for you. The light of God not only brings clarity, but also healing. It not only sells the darkness around you, but also the darkness in your heart. His presence will bring you peace, and fear sell. What previously seemed insurmountable will appear in the light of God in a clear and simple, because it illuminates the way. Trust that God's light in your life seems, no matter how dark the circumstances were. You'll see that he makes all things new, and you'll have a clear path. The light of God brings life, hope, and joy back into your heart. The darkness has no existence if his light is shining, and you will walk in his glory. Often we carry chains. The invisible to the naked eye are the fears, doubts, worries, the us press down and prevent us from living the life that God has for us. But God sees these invisible chains and has the power to break you. He knows the struggles that you are going through, and he will give you the freedom that you so much need. These invisible chains deep in your heart to be rooted, but God's love is stronger. He will not come to condemn you, but to free you. You must no longer live under the weight of these chains. The word of God and his truth have the power to solve any invisible ankle and to lead you in the freedom he has promised you. God's power is working in secret, anything to break what holds you back. Even if you can't see the chains, you'll feel the impact of their liberation. Your heart will be lighter, your mind is free, and you'll feel like the burden that oppressed you disappear. God not only freed from external problems, but also of the inner chains that keep you trapped. Trust that God is the invisible chains in your life breakers. You don't have to live in fear or worry. He came to you and to give you life in abundance. The chains are too strong for him, and you'll have the freedom that only God can give. There is a peace that only God can give, a peace far beyond our understanding goes. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but comes directly from God's presence. In the midst of chaos, fear and uncertainty of this divine peace can keep your heart and your spirit. He gives you peace in situations that would overwhelm you. The peace of God is different than what the world gives. It is a deeper, more stable peace that will carry you through any challenge. Even if the circumstances don't change immediately, it will comply with this peace in your heart, and to you that God holds everything in his hand. You can rest because you know that God is with you and will never leave you. This peace surpasses all human understanding. You might not know, like you find in a difficult situation, peace can be, but God gives you exactly this supernatural peace. He will hold you in his peace while you are waiting for his help. This peace is a sign of his presence and his love to you. Trust that God's peace in your heart, even in the biggest storms. You don't have to worry or be afraid, because the peace of God will guard your heart and your thoughts. He gives you the strength in difficult times, and to know that everything is under his control. With this peace, you'll be able to, in any situation, remain steadfast. Waiting can be hard, but you're waiting never alone. God holds you in his hands. Even if you get discouraged, you or impatient feeling, he knows the desires of your heart, and not the time of waiting in vain. While you wait, shapes you and prepares you for what is to come. You'll see that the waiting is part of God's plan. God won't let you go while you at his answer is wait. He is the faithful Father that carries you through the period of uncertainty. You can be sure that he's keeping you in every moment, even when circumstances are challenging. His grip loosens, and he will lead you safely through each stage of waiting. The time of waiting is often a time of growth. God is using this time to strengthen your faith, deepen your faith, and the blessing to come. You will not realize that the wait was in vain, but rather an essential part of your spiritual growth. God has not forgotten you, but works in this time consuming to you. Trust that God is with you while waiting holds. You don't have to worry or be afraid, because he is with you and you not will release. His hand remains firmly on you, and he will lead you through each stage of waiting for sure. In the end, you will see that the wait was in vain, but a part of his perfect plan. Real change begins with trust in God grows. If you entrust your heart to him, he begins to work in your life. Confidence is the key that opens the door to change. It means your own plans to let go and to believe that God knows the best path for you. If you rely entirely on him, he will lead you in a new direction. Trusting God is a daily decision. It means that even on his plan, when you do, the next steps are not clear to see. The more you trust him, the more you'll see how he brings it all to your best. Change often happens gradually, but it starts with a heart that is willing to let God lead. If you God your confidence give, will he give you peace even in times of uncertainty? Trust takes the burden of fear from your shoulders and let you rest in the assurance that God has everything under control. Your change begins in the moment you give him your life, to passing on his wisdom and love to trust. Trust that God is in your life when you yourself were to give in. Your change will be profoundly and permanently, because it stands on a firm foundation, the trust in the Lord. You will experience as he leads you step by step into the fullness of his plan, and your change will be a testimony of his faithfulness and love. Sometimes it feels that life, as if you are deep, dangerous waterist without land in sight. Yet, God has the power, the water to push back and to give you a solid ground under the feet. As he did in the flood, when the waters receded and the earth became visible again, he will push back in your life the turbulent water, and you pave the way. If you are going through difficult times to go, you can be sure that God is the storm in his time breastfeeding is. The water that tried to overwhelm you, pull back, and you'll see that God has established the ground under your feet. He leads you out of the storm and brings you to a place of peace and stability. You'll find solid ground, where previously the only uncertainty was. The time of waiting on dry land can be hard, but God is the way for you to prepare. He will share the water and show you that he is able to lead you safely through any difficulty. The challenges are broken in like a flood over you, are soft, and you're on safe ground. Trust in God to the water in your life, pushes back, and you on solid ground there. You'll see that he has not left you in the storm alone, but the whole time, a way for you has been prepared. The land is dry, and you can go out, full of confidence, that God has led you through every challenge through. There are areas of your life that may dry and empty to the touch. The places where you once full of hope and life were that now, but of disappointment and exhaustion in the third world. But God is the one who is able to revive these dry places. He brings life where there was death, and He fills the void with His grace and love. God is the desert places of your life to flourish. He not only gives you the necessary to survive, but He brings abundance in your dry areas. The things that once seemed dead, by His power back to life. He is sources of life and joy bubbling, where previously the only dryness. God is the restorer, and He renewed all areas of your life. The renewal begins, often in secret. You might not immediately see the changes coming, but trust that God is already at work. He watered the dry places in your heart and bring forth new life. Its renewal is deep and comprehensive, and they will give you new hope and new courage, even in the most difficult times. Trust in God to the dry areas of your life renewed. What was dead is alive again, and you'll experience the fullness of His blessings. God will fill all the emptiness with His presence, and you'll see how His love and grace revitalize every aspect of your life by the time the drought is over and the time of the renewal. There is a special power in secret prayer, in the moments in which you alone are God, and your heart before Him distributions of the test. Even if no one else sees it, these prayers of inestimable value and achieve more than you can imagine. God hears every whispering prayer, and He reacts to what is said in the silence. Your secret prayers are precious to Him and carry the power to move the heavens and the earth. These silent prayers that you might be in pain, in despair, or in the hope of talking to, are an expression of your deep faith. You show that you know that God is always listening, even when the world is silent. Often He seems to be the most powerful in the silence. The invisible hidden prayers, the seeds that will one day bring a harvest of joy and blessing are. God is especially close in the moments of secret prayer. In solitude, in the silence when there is no distractions are present, it is as if you clear can hear. These moments of intimacy with God strengthen your faith and renew your soul. You are not only an act of faith, but also a means by which God gives you deep peace and clarity. Trust that every prayer, even the slightest of God, is heard. He sees when you turn in secret to Him, and He will answer you. Nothing is more powerful than the prayer of a heart that responds to God in silence and in confidence. You may not immediately see it, but your hidden prayers work wonders in the visible and invisible world. Sometimes it seems like you're swimming against the current, as if life has you in a direction of the forces, not with your dreams and asked for a match. But God is the one who can change the course of the river. He has the power to direct flows and to manage the rivers, so that they lead to exactly where He intended. The path you're on now may seem difficult, but God is going to direct the flow of your life. God is often in the natural currents of life and guides you in a new direction. What seems like a setback, you may be God's way to lead you to a new, better way. He sees the bigger picture, and His plan is to bring you to places full of blessings and opportunities. You just have to trust that He knows where it leads you. There are times in which God's reaches of the river suddenly changes, and it feels as if your life takes an unexpected turn. However, it is precisely in these moments His leadership shows itself most clearly. God will lead you in the wrong direction. Even if the new path might seem unfamiliar or scary, He will bring you safely to the shores of His promises. Trust that God is the river of your life in the right direction. He sees the end from the beginning and knows what is best for you. Even if it looks as if the current is too strong or the direction appears to be incorrect, hold on to your faith. God directs all things to your best, and you'll realize at the end that His plan was perfect. The gates of heaven are open, and God is ready to put His blessing on you to pay. When you pray, you can reach this heavenly gates, and the Lord hears every one of your words. There is nothing that occurs between you and the sky if you come with a sincere heart before God. His mercy flows freely, and you can be sure that He gives you access to all He has for you prepared. These open gates of heaven are a symbol of God's infinite goodness and His willingness to bless. He is just waiting for you to receive the gifts to come to Him and His. There is no lack in heaven, only abundance. Everything you need, peace, comfort, healing, wisdom, flowing through these open doors in your life. Often we forget that the sky is open because we are on our difficulties and problems are concentrated, but God is reminding you today that you are always in His presence can be. You just have to have faith these gates to pass through and the blessing to assume that He wants to give you so much. The sky is open and you're invited to receive the fullness of His grace. Trust that God the sky is wide open to you to bless. You're not cut off from His grace, but rather in every second of His love and His blessings surround. The doors of heaven are open, and you can go in with confidence and a joy to receive everything that God has promised you. Your prayer has reached the sky, and the answers to flow to you. Often happens, the change that God is in your life causes, first in the invisible. Before you see the results in the physical world, God already hidden. He changed the heart, thoughts and situations that you don't immediately come true. His hand is incessantly at work, and even if you can't see the change, you can be sure that it has already started. This invisible change is often deep and lasting. God works in the areas of your life that you have neglected even maybe. It prepares you from the inside on what is to come and brings you into harmony with His will. Even if it looks as if nothing happens, you can be sure that God has a way of shaping who you will see later on. Changes the hand of God causes are often so profound that from the outside, at first, not recognizable. You begin in the heart, in the spirit, in the thoughts. God renews your perspective, strengthens your faith, and makes you see the world with new eyes. If the invisible change is completed, it will soon also in your outer life reflects. Trust that God is in the hidden effect. Even if you do not yet see, His hand is always at work, and the changes it makes in your interior will soon be visible. The invisible work that He does in your life is preparing you for the blessings that will come. You'll see the fruits of this change soon and realize how deep God's hand in your life worked. There are moments when words are not enough, the pain or the desire of your heart and express. But even the deepest sighs, the unspoken prayers are heard by God. He knows your heart even if you can't believe it Himself in words. Every sigh is like a silent prayer that reaches the sky, and God responds to each of these silent calls. Often we think that we will find the right words need to pray, but God looks on the words. He hears the cries of your heart and knows exactly what you need even before you say it to Him. Your deepest sighs, the moments of despair or of hope, are repealed safe with Him. He is the God who understands the inexpressible. In the moments in which you might be the weakest, feel you are in God's eyes is not unheard of. Your heart speaks when your lips are silent and God answers. He knows what you're going through and He is ready to give you the help you need. Even the sigh that you're in front of Him are powerful prayers that call His infinite mercy and grace. Trust God with your deepest sighs that hears and understands. You don't have to always find the right words to come to Him. Your heart speaks and He listens too. He is always there to help you, to comfort, and to give you the peace that you so much need. Your sighs are not lost, but a precious prayer that reaches the throne of God. I got your struggle, the challenges that you have the courage to rob wanted to, but I say unto you, the victory is already prepared for you. Even if the battle seems long and you feel exhausted, just remember that I know the outcome already. What looks to others like a defeat is in reality the beginning of your triumph. In my infinite wisdom and love I have for you, open, beyond your understanding lie. You're not alone on this path because I go before you and prepare the soil and remove the obstacles. Hold on to your faith, because your victory is anchored in my plan already. There is no enemy against my power, there is and can be. No shadow the light covers that I have on your life shine leave. Your struggles are not in vain. You are the stages on the way to what I've prepared for you. Trust that the victory is sure, because I have it for you. Where others see only emptiness and drought, see do I create a new path. Your heart may feel like in a desert, without water and without hope of change, but I'm the one who makes rivers in the desert. Your steps will be guided on a path that only I can see and only I can create. This way the in front of you opens is no coincidence. It is the way I've planned in my wisdom, even before you knew you'd need it. While you go through this desert, do I create the refreshment for your soul havens. Hang in there, because this path leads you to a place of blessing and abundance. Trust that even in the dry and hard times of your way is not lost. I'll take you on safe paths, and what now seems like a wasteland, soon to be a fertile land. Your confidence in me will be the bridge that leads you through the desert and brings you to the sources of life, which I have prepared for you. My love for you is not just an abstract idea, but a living force in your life acts. If you see yourself weak and overwhelmed feeling and the circumstances that surround you, remember that my love for you is stronger than any difficulty. She is the power that can turn any situation, that brings every darkness is light. This love knows no limits and will never stop you to search, to save you, and you to lead. If all else fails, there's my love, steadfast and resistant. It has changed not only your external circumstances but also your heart, so you can find the strength to continue, even if the path is rocky. Trust in the love is capable of even the impossible possible to make. Where you see only despair, I create by my love hope and change. This love lets look in you and let you calm down your heart, and you'll see how she begins to turn the circumstances around you. In the biggest battles of your life, you were never alone. Also, if you feel the attacks and the severity of the burden on your shoulders to wear, I put a protection around you that is beyond what the human eye can see. My protection is like an invisible wall that keeps you from attacks you don't even true. This protection surrounds you, not only externally, but also internally. Your heart is preserved. Your thoughts are kept in my peace, even if it is to break everything around you seems. The world may rage and storm, but my protection is like a safe haven in the midst of chaos. You're not going to fall, because I hold you in my hand. Rely on this protection I'll give you, even if you do not see him. It is the protection that carries you through every battle through it, and you the strength to keep fighting. In my presence you're sure, and no power of darkness can you overcome, as long as you're under my protection. Each strength you need to face the challenges of life to master comes from me. In the moments where you feel weak and don't know, remember that I give you the strength you need. It's not your own power you'll have to leave you, but the one that comes from the top, from me, your creator. This force is not only to get by, but to overcome, to conquer, and to have faith to grow. It fills you with courage, with perseverance, and with the confidence that you are in my hand for sure. What's coming to you, you will have the strength, because I'm the one that empowers you. Trust the divine power that takes you. You don't have to go it alone, because my strength is always with you, in every step, in every decision. As long as you trust me, you'll have the power to move the mountains and through the most difficult times to pass, because I'm the one who strengthens you. In every moment you feel weak or inadequate feeling, my grace is already on the way to you. It is not only forgiveness for past mistakes, but a living force that transforms your life. You don't have to be perfect to receive my grace. It is unconditionally always present and will find you where you are, be it in times of failure or the fear. My grace is like a gentle rain, the softening of the hardest of soil and new life. If you're from this grace, touch the leaves. It starts in you, a process of deep change. She works not only on the surface of your life, but penetrates the deepest layers of your heart. Where there was pain, disappointment, or resignation, it releases a new hope. You'll be renewed, your heart will be strengthened, and you will realize that even your weaknesses are opportunities to know my power and love. Often you may think that you are the burdens of your life alone have to, but I tell you that my grace is always ready to assist you. You don't have to be perfect to stand in front of me. I just need you to come as you are. The change happens when you let the fullness of my grace in your life, because it overcomes every darkness, every fear, and every weakness. Don't let this grace to embrace, because it is a mirror of my infinite love for you. Every step you make in the trust in my mercy will lead you closer to the life I prepared for you, a life full of peace, joy, and abundance. The change you are looking for begins not in the outer world, but in the interior, by the touch of my grace. I am the creator of heaven and earth, and yet I lose not a moment the small details of your life from the eyes. Even if you think that your concerns or challenges are too small for me to observe, remember that I oversee every step of your path carefully. Every tear that you have shed was counted by me, and not a prayer, whether it be only a fleeting thought, remains unheard. In your confusion and in the smallest everyday fight, I'm already in the process of your life to work. You might see the full image, but every little detail, every apparent delay or phrase is part of my big plan. I fill in the gaps that you don't even know, and am working in areas that are invisible to yourself. My plan for you is precise, and nothing happens by chance. You can trust me to be everything to God, even if you have the path in front of you clearly can see. It's the small, inconspicuous changes I am doing in your life, which you will later have the greatest impact are often. As a builder, the plans carefully every smallest detail of a house before it is visible. I work patiently and with the utmost attention to every aspect of your life. Let yourself be in this process, fall into it, and give the control in my hands. You may not always understand what I'm doing, but know that nothing is overlooked. The details you overlooked, for me, are clear and significant. Nothing escapes my attention, and everything that I prepare for you will fit in at the end and beauty reveal. as you can imagine, ever had. My kindness is like a stream, constantly flowing, and each valley you pass through, filled with life. Also, if you doubt sometimes and you're wondering where my help is, know this: my God is already at work in your life, even if you don't always immediately can recognize. It is like a seed that rests under the ground until the right moment to sprout and bear fruit. If you look back at the ways that you're gone, you'll see that my goodness with you, even in the darkest of hours. It was not only the obvious blessings, but also the hidden gifts that are matured in difficult times. In every challenge, through every storm, I was with you, and my goodness has never left you. Trust that this quality does not stop in your life to work. It will manifest itself again and again in one of the forms that you might expect, but come at exactly the right time. Sometimes my goodness shows itself in an unexpected peace, sometimes in a solution that you haven't seen, and sometimes in the strength to keep going when you're feeling at the end. Stay open to the many ways in which my goodness you meet once. They will surprise you and give you new perspectives. Nothing in your life goes unnoticed, and my God will show up always as a faithful companion on your way. Your task is to receive with an open heart what I have prepared for you. In the moments of uncertainty, if you don't know which path you take, shalt remember that I never see you without a guide leave. My wisdom is always available to you, such as a lamp that illuminates your way. Even if you can't see the next step, you can be sure that I will lead you on the right path, as long as you trust me and my leadership. Often this wisdom is not in loud, obvious characters, but in the silence of your heart. You do like a gentle breeze that touches your soul and give you peace to take the next step. If you come near me and still will in front of me, will you hear me the way you the way? You don't have to know all the answers. I just need you to listen to me and the confidence to go forward. My wisdom is not the wisdom of the world. She sees more. You will have to look deeper, and you'll be guided not always the easiest, but always in the best way. I know the pitfalls that lie in front of you, and I see the goals that you have guessed can. A matter of trust. My wisdom you will not pave the way, even if you don't understand it at the moment. If you are in my wisdom to walk, you'll be in a security of life that the world can offer. This wisdom is not you only through the storms, but they will also help you to find peace when everything around you restless. Let them know that I'm in charge of your steps, and that my wisdom will lead you astray. My favor is not earned, it is an expression of my infinite love for you. It surrounds you like a protective cloak, and where you are going, I'm going with you. The doors you can't open it alone, I'll be burping for you. What seems to others to be impossible, I'm going to do in your life is possible, because my favor rests on you. There are times where you might think that what you need is unreachable, but then comes my favor in the game. It works in areas that are beyond your control and brings blessings in your life you're not even dreamed could make it. Be it in relationships, in work, or in your spiritual growth, my favor is everywhere at work, often in secret. I understand that my favor to you not only a blessing, but as a testimony for others. If you see how the doors open in front of you that seem to be locked, you will see my hand in your life. As I rose to Joseph in Egypt, I will also you to places bless the you might have never expected. My favor knows no bounds, and they will lead you to places I've prepared for you. Take my favor with a grateful heart, and trust that I always have more for you have prepared. They will accompany you wherever you go, and it will help you in the challenges you triumph face to. My favor is a sign of my fidelity to you, and they will surprise you again and again and collect. Hope is the light in the darkest nightlights, and I'll tell you that the new day on the horizon dawns. Even if you're still in the shade and the sun can't see, I prepare for the awakening of a new dawn for you. My hope is like an anchor that holds you, even when the storms are raging and you don't see a way out. There is no night lasts forever, and no valley is infinite. I have heard your prayer, and my answer is on the way, as sure as the dawn lights up the sky. Your task is to remain in this hope, in trust to me. Because even in the moments where everything seems to stand still, I'm working for you and prepare the turning point. This hope that I give you is not just a vague feeling or an unsafe request. It is the certainty that I am faithful to, my promises will be fulfilled. Your hope is not in the circumstances, but to me that is above and beyond. I'll leave those to never fail that trust in me, and my plan for you will be fulfilled. When the new day comes, you'll see that each moment of waiting, every moment of doubt and fear in reality, served as your faith to strengthen. You'll realize that I was all the time at your side, and that is the hope which I have put in your heart was the key that opened the door to new possibilities. I am the God of new beginnings, and I will tell you that a new season for you breaks. What you did, as at the end of considered, is, in my eyes, is only the beginning of something bigger. Every time when you think that all is lost, I open a new door you can go. Your life is like a book, whose chapters I write carefully, and the next chapter is full of hope and possibilities. These new beginnings may not always be obvious. Sometimes you start with small inconspicuous changes that you notice hardly, but know that each small step you make is a part of my bigger plan for you. I renew not only your external circumstances, but also your inner self. I pour new strength, new joy, and new courage in your heart, so you can go ahead with confidence. Even if the road ahead is unknown, you can be sure that I have it paved. You need have no fear of the new, because I'm with you and every guide your steps. Let go of the past and trust what I prepare in your life. The old things are passed away, and behold, I make all things new. Every day you'll experience in my presence brings new opportunities to learn and grow in my love. In these new beginnings is a depth of beauty, because you are the proof that my mercy never ends. No matter what happened yesterday, today is a new day, full of grace, full of hope, and full of possibilities, just waiting to be taken. Have courage and go forward, because I'm the one who gives you these new beginnings. Your prayer has more power than you can imagine. Any reputation as you rise up to me, to move the mountains that stand in front of you. You may think that your words are small and insignificant, but I'm telling you that any belief that is spoken in my name moves heaven and earth in motion. Your prayers are not in vain. They are the key that opens the doors you can't open on its own. Even if the mountains are high and the obstacles insurmountable to appear, remember that nothing is too big for me. I'm the creator of the heavens and the earth, and there is no challenge that you have in front of you is too hard for me. If you do pray and in faith, begin the invisible powers of heaven to move, and I will send you the help that you often do not even see. Trust that your prayer is heard, even if you have the answer, yet can't see. I often work behind the scenes, prepare the way and spaces of the obstacles out of the way you haven't noticed. Your faith is the spark that ignites the fire of the miracle. Be patient and hold on to your prayer, for the miracle that you are looking for is already on the way. Remember that I give you the power given of God mountains to move. This power doesn't come from your own strength, but by your confidence in me. Every prayer that you're talking about is an expression of your faith, and this faith mountains move, and doors that were closed will open. Trust in my power, and you will see how to do the impossible in your life. Every change in your life is happening is a stage on which my glory is visible. If things change in your life, whether it's through challenges or new blessings, my hand in all things visible, you'll see that even in the moments where everything seems to fall apart, my glory unfolds in the midst of chaos. Nothing escapes my control, and each turn of your life serves to reveal my glory. The change you are experiencing now is no coincidence. It is part of my divine plan, which leads you into a deeper relationship with me. In the times of transition, you to trust me in a new way to learn, and your faith will be strengthened. You know that I'll never let you alone, but you in every phase of your life accompany you and show you that my plan for you is bigger than you can imagine. My glory will be visible when you're expecting, but also when you least expect them. In every new beginning, in every victory, but also in every valley, reveal my power and my love. Even if you don't understand everything, I will show you my ways, and you realize that I'm always good, and that every change that I let you, ultimately for the best. Stay open to the way my glory in your life will reveal. Whether it's in small moments of rest or in a large, overwhelming wonder, I'm there to work in your life. This glory will not only bring you peace and joy, but also a testimony to others that I am the God of change, and in particular at the moment. Your faith has a power that you might not fully understand. Every act of trust, any prayer of expression that you speak with sincere conviction, moved the sky. God not only works in small, subtle ways, sometimes He intervenes in a way that changes everything. These interventions are not random. They are the result of your faith, rises up to me and invites me to do in your life large. There may be times where you think that your efforts in the faith are in vain, that your weight becomes unbearable, but I say to you that every second of waiting and prayer is part of my plan. The answer you are looking for is already in motion, and when the moment comes, I will stretch out my arm and a difference that goes beyond your wildest imagination and beyond. Your faith has touched me, and my work is the answer to this belief. I am the rock upon which you stand. Amidst all uncertainty and change, I remain steadfast. I am the sure foundation upon which you can build your life. You may be surrounded by storms, but I am the rock that never wavers. In me, you will find stability and security. When everything around you is shaking, hold on to me. I am your sure footing, giving you stability in times of uncertainty and distress. You need not fear, for I am the rock that carries you. Nothing can tear you from my security. Trust that I am the unchanging rock in your life. Everything around you may change, but I remain the same. My love and protection for you will never cease. You can rely on me, and I will never disappoint you. In me, you will find the solid foundation you seek. You need not fear the unknown, for I am your constant anchor. You can lean on me even when life's storms rage. I will never let you go. Stay on the rock that I am, and you will safely navigate through all challenges. You will see that I hold you tight and give you the strength to overcome anything. In me, you will find the peace and security you need.